And what is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon is here. We are back. Yeah, we're doing some Final Fantasy standard builds around this card right here because this card's going to get banned. Vivi Ornatia for 0 mana for its activated ability for 1 and a blue-red for its cost. For 0, though, add X mana in any combination of blue and or red where X is Vivi's power. Activated only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vivi Ornatia, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. As if that weren't broken enough. Okay, now we're adding something I saw Sways do, and a few other creators, but Sways was the big one. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Now, we've played this before. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on it have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Now, of course, we tap it. We exile a card from our graveyard. If it's a creature card, we put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature we control. Okay, so Geralf the Fleshright. Whenever you cast a spell during your turn other than your first spell that turn, create a 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature token. Whenever a zombie you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each other zombie that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. So, one goal of the deck is to get Vivi into the graveyard, Agatha's Soul Cauldron to exile it, get Geralf on the battlefield, and then start popping off with all the stuff that we do. Now, here's the thing. Let's go back to Vivi. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and I've seen this with, is that Prowess build? Sways built one with like a Teamer build. Okay, it says non-creature. Okay, Prowess is non-creature, not just instant and sorceries. So I've seen a lot of those builds where Vivi is used with like a lot of instant sorceries. So I thought, well, why don't we use auras? Jeskai auras. Okay, and it gets a little nuts. It really does get a little nuts, because here's what's happened. Okay, Optimistic Scavenger. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Okay, we're running all these different enchantments. Okay, Ethereal Armor. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. We're also doing combat research, because whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. If it's in legendary, gets +1/+1 and has ward. Okay, so cool stuff there. Sheltered by Ghosts, because this card is also pretty broken. When it enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield, and it gets +1/+0 and has lifelink and ward. We also are running Bitter Reunion. When it enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. So it kind of feeds into this a little bit. Okay. And for 1, we sack the enchantment, and creatures you control gain haste till end of turn. But we're also running a Tali's Favor, which goes into this quite well. Okay, when it enters, discover 3. An enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. Okay, so you kind of see where we're going with this. We get this on the battlefield. We get any combination of these cards right here, plus Optimistic Scavenger with all these different aura and enchantments. This deck gets out of hand real fast. But also, too, we've got some other win cons here. Heartfire Hero. Whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability with its Valiant, you control for the first time. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Okay? Spellbook Vendor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. When you do, create a Sorcerer roll, which is an enchantment. It's not a non-creature spell, but it does trigger the Optimistic Scavenger. And create a Sorcerer roll token attached to target creature you control. Emberheart Challenger. With haste and prowess and valiant. Whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library, and until end of turn, you may play that card. Okay? This deck is rather... it's rather fun to play, and I know Vivi is going to get banned at some point. Sideboard. Because we are playing Best of 3. Burst Lightning, No More Lies, Lightning Helix, Sunfall, Magic Damper, just because, you know, people targeting stuff is a thing. Negate, Lightning Strike. Just kind of like, you can play with it a little bit. If anything, you swap out the combat research for like a Lightning Helix or No More Lies for a little bit of a control thing. But anyways, this is our Vivi's Jeskai Auras build. I hope you like it. If you like what you see, please like, please subscribe. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the Vivi's Jeskai Auras games, kids. We're against Lear for our first matchup, our best of 1 matchup. We're going first. We do have Vivi in hand. And you know what? I think we're gonna slow play this a little bit. Slow play it. With the Spellbook Vendor into a Geralf, into the Vivi, and we'll see what happens. Oh hey. What are you gonna do here to my Spellbook Vendor? You're eyeing it. What are you going to do with it? I guess that's the question. Probably trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing with it. Oh hey, a Bitter Reunion is cool. Geralf is also okay. What I might do is this. We'll see what we get on the next turn. We throw down our Vivi, and then we can see about popping off. If we get, like, say, like a whatchamacallit, if we get a we get something. Something that will okay, Mossborn Hydra. Hey. Oh, ooh. Okay, so here's what we do. Ready? Ready? Let's try. Go for this. Ethereal Armor on this. K1. We can do that, by the way. And now they're going to pop off with some sort of Fabled Passage sort of nonsense. So I think... What in the actual? You're going to throw the Vivi back. What? No, you'd throw that back. Oh, okay, fine, whatever. And now here comes the... Yeah, here comes the shenanigans. Oh, hey, we get another Geralf. So let's see. Let's do this. Let's do Bitter Reunion. And I think we will discard this. That's pretty cool. Okay. So, we can do that. Alright, we are gonna do this. Let's give everything haste. Heartfire Hero is not the worst card in the world. They're trying to figure out what to block. Yeah, that's about that tracks. I don't know why you... I'm not sure what they were going for there, but... Which means they probably have something pretty big in their arsenal here. Vivi... So you can bounce... You can bounce... Enable to Scream. Oh, hey, that's pretty bad. That's actually quite awful. Can it attack, though? It can attack. Yeah, so there it is. All right, let's just go to the best of 3 then. We're against Martin for our best of 3 matchup. Not the greatest, but we can work with it. A little bit slow on the uptake, but, you know, we get the Surveil land in, put the Ember Heart down, start throwing down some Ethereal Armors. Not the worst keeps in the world. I'll tell you, we just went up against... all I'm going to say is mono green landfall is a thing. It's a thing now. So, yeah. Well, that's that. And we're going to be featuring that deck at some point soon. I did watch a video this morning. I can't remember whose it was, but it was a pretty big streamer. They played a mono green, and I was like, I got to try this. And I tried it, and I'm like, yes. So I'm trying to get my own version to work, but I have not been able to do so. Oh, hey, see Chrome Coast. You know what? We'll keep it because we have the Emberheart Challenger. And what was I saying about mono green? All right, so we're gonna have to hit and hit hard. So that's what they're gonna do. Mono our elves. Yep. All right. So, ooh, Vivi. Clever. But I think we have to just kind of go here. Let's see what throws are. Oh, hey. Ow, dang it. Well, it is what it is. That is what it is. Oh, well. We'll save the Ethereal Armor in case we hit a land. An untapped land, then I think we might be okay. Llanowar Elves, and then I'm just going to do another Llanowar Elves. No, you do Escape Tunnel. Fair. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying about mono green? Oh, hey, Agatha. Ooh. Well, let's see what happens here. Combat research is not terrible. In fact, what I might do... Oh, no. Here's what we do. Ready? Do this. Start the Vivi. Hey, we end up with that. How cool is that? Let me do that. Okay, well, that's fine. Now we swing in for some pretty big damage here. And they have to block, or else they don't have to block, apparently. Draw a card. Oh, hey. Oh, okay, hey, cool. We got Sheltered by Ghosts. That's a cool one. We can actually do something with that, I think. I think we might be able to do something with that. Archdruid's Charm, huh? It's a land card. Oh, okay, yep. That's gonna suck. But I think we get this. And here's why. Because watch what we do. This. Down. This. And now we just pop off. Holly's Flavor. Discover 3. Put that down. Do this. My graveyard. That'll hurt. Do that. We're gonna give this haste. We might as well. Sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're like, nah, screw this, I'm out. I love it. Okay, so that's worth the price of admission there. I think that game right there just showed what this deck can do against this mono green nonsense that we're starting to see. And let's not kid ourselves. This deck is nonsense. Like, there's no way that Vivi should be a thing. Okay, does he keep the one land hand? No, because I don't have any other hands. I don't have any other lands. Huh. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. that down first. One of our elves. Oh, Zaj's Chocobo. Emberheart Challenger. Don't really need that at the moment. Right, the Shupa. Okay. Heartfire Hero is pretty cool. I like that idea. Combat research on it. Yeah, we'll take a damage. That's okay. And you're gonna grow that Chocobo. Oh yeah, Mossborn Hydra, absolutely. Double dare you to attack in. You don't. Sheltered by Ghosts, thank you. I will take that. I will take that. And I'm taking that because that obviously could kill me. And I gain life. And hay. There we go. For Lockhart, okay. Yeah, of course, do the favorite passage nonsense. You do that, and then you're just gonna deal some insane damage to me. Put that down. You double it. Yep, you're gonna do like glimpse the core or something along that line. No, you just do that? Okay, fine. That works for me. We do Emberheart Challenger. We do Ethereal Armor. OS. Put that down. Yeah, we're just going to swing in just simply because I'm running the game. I think we'll end up dying anyways, but draw a card. Yeah, and I think we're dead anyways, but yeah, no, all they have to hit is a land drop. Oh, yep, you have that. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we're dead. All right, so yeah, maybe taking the Hydra was probably a better idea there, but it's what it is. I am gonna say though, let's take out the combat research. I do want to maybe put a little bit of the Fear of God in them with some No More Lies. Again, this mono green build is just absolutely beast right now. It really is, and I think that might be our deck tomorrow. We've also got Rakdos Wizards build. We've also got a few things in there that are really, really fun. So I do think that there's... Hey, Sheltered by Ghosts is definitely what I like to see. Oh, hey. So we're going to hold up the No More Lies. And if they decide they want to try any of this... Well, actually, you know what? No, we're going to put down the Vendor, and here's why. Because what we want to try is... obviously, they can't cast the Hydra at the moment. They can't do that. So, Tifa Lockhart is a good target. One that I will gladly take off their hands. I'll put a... Sorcerer roll on that. Full show. Scry. Hey, Optimistic Scavenger is pretty good. Zaj's Chocobo. Oh. Okay. And you have another Tifa. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. We'll pay the... Oh, dang it. Okay, well, so much for that idea. And don't really... Yeah, you know what? We are going to keep that, because there's something we can do with it. Let's do it that way. Never mind. Never mind! Alright, so there we're also gaining some life, so I'm not... Oh god. And now you're gonna throw down a... Oh my good lord. Yeah, this could suck. Slightly. And then if you have another Titanic growth, that's also bad. I'm going to take 21 damage. I don't see any other way. Alright, here's what we're going to renew Itali's flavor on this right here. That gains prowess. Discover. Hey, there's another Emberheart Challenger. Scry. Yeah, sure. Take that. Take that. Yeah, that's fine. So now they're going to have to block. And they do. And we'll gain some life. That leaves it open. So we'll see what happens. Another Order of Nylea. Alright, we might be... I think... Snakeskin Veil, the Indestructible, Hexproof. So they'll add that, and then they're going to put on a bunch of different things. Oh, 2 basic lands. Oh god, this is going to suck. This is going to suck big time. Yeah, not even that's going to save us. I might just rope you. Good game. Yeah, that's an absolutely beast deck right there. Alright, let's go the best, not best, let's go the post-game analysis. Alright, so this deck is a little bit of a fun take on trying to get Vivi to big levels. We weren't able to pop off with the Soul Cauldron, but you know, just that first best of 3 game was definitely enough to kind of see what we could do. And actually, we got them down to a fairly good level with the with that last game that we played. We got them down to 2, but not much else. But I mean, this mono green just right now is just, I think that's going to be the deck. I'm going to go out on a limb and say mono green. I think Tifa Lockhart and Vivi are the big ones that I think are going to get banned in this build, in this current meta. I really do. I think that this card right here, yeah, it dies to removal, but the point is it gets bigger as you cast these non-creature spells. So it definitely is a fun build. I encourage you to try this build. It's a lot of fun in my view. I love it a lot, and you know, like playing around with it. So if you like what you saw, please like, please subscribe, and as always, our magic miscreants, may you always be on the play. May all your spells hit the battlefield. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.